a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Yellow. Hey,
I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught off a deflection. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Strong right.
From the 24, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 26.
On first down, Watson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch out. Hey, pick
To throw is Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Caught by Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's pick up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Khalil Mack. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score. Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Buying time to his left. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Goodwin able to haul it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. Finding Green complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that's complete. It's Green here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Deshaun Watson, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is taken at his 4. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go,
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup at 25. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
SOS. Watch the edge. Hey, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Green brings it in. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 14-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Watson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 down. Shift.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, that's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check mark 33. Check mark 33. You got none.
Watson on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Let's go.
On first down, McFarland. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard
Mark,
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On first down, Watson. This is the tight end Fant. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now it's Watson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Try to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so it looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all. To put
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Mahomes firing complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now here's Mahomes.
These guys are rough.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Khalil Mack, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Space to run past the 20. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now Mahomes, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. From 6 yards away, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Caught by Jones. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. One last throw here for Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
Squad like, what? In the field like,